Hi, my name is Frankie. Thank you for listening to my mom. I never listen.
Well, we just keep rolling on with one superstar after another here on Nothing But Net. We've got the great Diamond Miller, the 6'3", all-purpose player, utility player, shooter, defender, whatever you want to call her, from the University of Maryland. Diamond, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Diamond, you just light up the screen, lady. I mean, it's not just your game, but it's your personality. How much fun are you having this year?
Oh, so much fun. Just being healthy. I can play to my full potential, and I just love running up and down the court. It gives me so much joy. I love doing this.
Well, we know you're concentrated on taking care of your body and staying healthy because you're coming straight from the recovery room, right, to do this
Yeah.
podcast. What are some of the things that you have learned over your 4 years about how to stay healthy and take care of yourself?
Definitely don't overdo it and listen to your body. If your body's telling you you're tired, you're probably tired and you need to rest. I think when I was younger, I was always a go, 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 workout, 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 but rest is equally as important as working out. And I realized that through injury, unfortunately, but yeah, I realized that I can't force my body to do things it doesn't want to do. And when it says rest or you're tired or you need a day off, you have to take those days off.
Well, whatever you're doing to keep yourself fresh is certainly working this year because you've only missed one game, but when you have played, you have been outstanding. What have you had the most fun doing this year with this particular team? Because it seems like your team is changing every year, yet you guys keep at a very consistent level winning.
I think the best thing for this team is just like, we're dogs. Anybody could score. From Abby, she's shooting the three extremely well. Shy is dominating on both sides. Lav is coming into the picture. It's just that we're all very talented guards, and it's a lot of fun because it's more versatile.
Do you really consider yourself to be a guard at 6'3", or what would you call your position as you get ready for the next level at the WNBA?
Yeah, I'm gonna still stick as a guard. I've been battling in the post now, which has been fun for me, but I still like the boogie on the wing as well. But whatever I'm at, I'm gonna do what I can to help my team out. But yeah, I'm like a guard. I'm gonna big guard.
I love the boogie on the wing. I love it. Okay, so before we talk about the boogie on the wing, I want to talk about all those battles you had in your driveway with your family and how you learned that post-up game from whether it was your dad or your mom or your sisters or your brother or whatever.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun times in my driveway, especially over COVID. It was a lot of one-on-ones, very aggressive, fouls, nobody cared. And it was just any way to score was to score. So if I had to post up my little brother, I was going to post him up.
That's okay because he probably deserved it for something he's
Oh,
done.
yeah, a little elbow too. Yeah, he felt all of that.
Every time I see you, Diamond, not only has your game grown and your personality has grown, I physically think your body has gotten longer. You just look taller, longer. Is that just me, or is it just that you have this Gumby-like trait about you that you just seem to have these long arms and this long game?
No, I definitely feel like my body has changed for the better since college. Even the Michigan State coach literally was like, y'all arms are so long. I'm like, yeah, it's just, I woke up like this. But yeah, I definitely think I've developed well here, and yeah, my body has changed for the better.
So Diamond, I think you're one of those players in a conversation for National Player of the Year, and there's a lot of talent across the board. Picking a National Player of the Year gets more challenging as the game continues to get better. When you start looking at, the competition that you've played, the schedule that Coach Freeze has put in front of you, what are some of the things that you think you have shown the world that your game has gotten better and you deserve to be on that stage?
I think I just showed everybody that no matter who's on my team, I could compete with anybody. We had a good team last year. A lot of people left, and there has not been a drop off. So if that doesn't say anything, then I don't know what can help my case out. We're number 9 in the country for a reason. That's because we have great, talented people, and we're just going to continue to grow. And I ball, I rebound, I push the ball in transition, I pass it. I'm an all-around player, and that's all I got to say.
You're a great two-way player. So let me give you this little analysis, and you tell me if you think I'm way off. There was a time where there was a player named Sherelle Allen who played at Notre Dame, and Muffet McGraw was the coach at Notre Dame. And Muffet used to play a lot of 2-3 zone, and that was the defense that they played. And then she got this player named Sherelle Allen, and all of a sudden they started to extend their D a little bit, maybe play a little bit more man, play a little bit more 3/4 court. That's what I think I've seen Brenda Fries do with you and your teammates, is that over the time that you've been at Maryland, everyone used to say Maryland was soft on the defensive end. Well, defense can come in lots of different ways. When you can score and rebound the way Maryland can, I don't care what defense you play, right? That was always my attitude about Maryland. Now I'm watching you and your teammates, and I'm watching how you are generating offense with your defense. You can change the game. You can change the way you look defensively, and you can change your rhythm inside the game when things aren't going well offensively for you. How do you feel about that assessment, that maybe you're a part of a group of players that have really helped change the way Maryland defends?
Yeah, I think it's a new generation. It's not so we can switch it up just because of how versatile we are. And when you're long and athletic, you can play different positions. And if I'm in the back of the press or in the front, we're applying that pressure needed to get the steals and make offense.
All right, let me ask you a question about the WNBA, if I can, without taking your focus off of Indiana, because that's who you have next, and I do want to get to that. But I was thinking about this when I was preparing for the podcast, because I've watched you for a long time, and I've followed your game, and I know what a winner you are in so many different ways, from high school all the way into your college. But if I was the general manager of a WNBA team, and I was listening to this podcast, one of the things that I always say about assessing talent in the WNBA is, you may not get 14, 12 shots a game. You might only get 6 or 8. And are there other things you can do? Can you defend ball screen action? Can you play multiple looks defensively? Can you guard multiple positions? What other things can you do to impact the game besides scoring? If I was a GM of a WNBA team, what would you say?
I would tell them I'm a hard worker. As soon as I step on the court, I'm trying to help my team in any which way. So if that's playing good defense, rebounding, just passing the ball, just simple stuff like that, penetrating and kicking to our open shooter, I'm just trying to do whatever I need for the team and help them win.
There's a lot of people that think that the #1 pick is already solidified in the WNBA, but we haven't hit free agency yet. So when we hit free agency, there's going to be a lot of moves. Now, some of those moves could involve the future pick in the WNBA. I certainly think you have a chance to be a lottery pick, right? One of the top 3. But when you start thinking about Indiana coming up next and trying to keep your focus, where it needs to be for this team and this group, how hard is it to separate the two thoughts about what your future will look like in the W and trying to win a Big Ten championship and advance in the NCAA tournament to a Final Four?
Honestly, I think it's just easy because the WNBA is in the future. And right now I have a task that I need to focus on. So that's my only goal. And I take it day by day. And I'm not going to stress myself over the future because the future is going to come regardless. And when that comes, I'll tackle that when it comes. But right now we play Indiana on Thursday, and that's my only goal right now.
So I know that you're rested and you're recovering and you're getting ready to play Indiana, and that's not going to be an easy game. You could guard anyone from Grace Berger to Mackenzie Holmes to a whole host of players that they have that are so good. Indiana is such a well put together team. When you're thinking about preparing for a big game like this, and physically you're ready, the mental side of it for a player like you that has a target, do you watch more film? Do you think about a different way to figure out how you can score against them? Or what are some of the things that you do mentally to get yourself ready?
Just being prepared. And that is, we have this coach that helps us of like mental reps. And sometimes, like I said, it's about rest and making sure your body's ready for those type of games. So the mental reps, instead of taking 300 shots, I'm only taking 100 and making sure they're clean. Mental, footwork, everything is right, and making sure my shot feels good, just certain things like that to help me mentally, because I feel like I'm prepared for these type of games and stuff like that. It's just being mentally ready and reading books, just relaxing and not making the game bigger than what it is. We are playing Indiana. They're a really good team, but we also played other really good teams in the past. So we're ready.
Oh yeah, you're a ticket selling player, Diamond. I mean, you're one of my hashtags. You're living the hashtag ticket selling player. I mean, I love your energy and your infectious attitude around the game. Okay, so the last time I saw you, you just happened to be putting 31 or 32 on the board, including a buzzer beater against Notre Dame on their home court. And you got a little love from KD and Steph. And I was just wondering about, you know, what it was like in that moment to make a shot like that. That was such a huge play.
Honestly, it was a very special moment. I think for my team, it just gave us so much confidence that we could do that, because Notre Dame is a really good team. So the fact that we were able to take them down just gave this team confidence that we are somebody in this league, and people still need to watch out for Maryland because we're coming, and we keep developing and growing as a team. And that was a really big shot, and definitely to get the recognition from NBA players was just awesome. But I think that win just showed the team that we're good. We're going to be okay.
Diamond, I love that you answer a question about yourself with a team answer. I mean, I think that's an example right there of some maturity in your game and why you'll be ready for whatever's next. The last thing I want to ask you is, when you get some attention from NBA legends and people that are maybe not so accustomed to the nuances of our game, but you get some accolades from somebody that really appreciates how hard it is to do what you do and really respects what you do, how does that make you feel?
It's kind of like a breath of fresh air, you know, because like I feel like, especially in women's basketball, there's like the top people that everybody talk about, and then there's the people that don't really get a lot of recognition. So the fact that I got some recognition is like, okay, hard work is getting kind of paid off, but the job is not over just because I made that shot. That was an amazing shot, but it's still a long season. But that little recognition kind of was like a breath of fresh air. Like, okay, hey, I'm here. I'm Diamond. So yeah, that was amazing. But yeah,
I think you're one of the players that everyone should be talking about, Diamond, and you're welcome on this podcast anytime you want. You are a breath of fresh air because of your attitude and how much you love the game and how passionate you are about playing with your teammates. We wish you well. Keep on trucking.
Bye.
All right, thanks.